Actually, Ohio changed its helmets just a little bit this week to mirror their outfits from 2012 when they won here. And they're only doing it for today. From the 5-yard line, it's Wilburn. And he spun down at the 23. To the air, in trouble, pressure in his face, and the pass is incomplete. Hakeem Beeman, who played really well against Purdue at a tackle for a loss at a pass breakup in that game, was in the face of Rourke.
This is going to be the real challenge for Ohio up front, dealing with the defensive line of Penn State. Nice start there for Beeman. Undersized defensive tackle. Got a great first step and a nice inside pass rusher for this defense.
Ohio has a very good running back as well. C.A. Bangura, who had over 100 yards last week. He's in the backfield here. Behind Rourke on 2nd and 10 from the 23. Bangura gets the call, hit in the backfield, and down he goes. Third
some
down.
Pressure here, Dave.
And 9 from the 24. And Rourke with a long throw, and it's caught for a first down past the 40-yard line to Tyler Walton. Rourke told us he's used to those throws because he grew up in Canada. His brother Nathan played at Ohio and is now in the CFL. So a 16-yard gain. Little option here. Rourke in trouble and spun down. Actually a loss of 4. 2nd and 14. 2 minutes in. Out of the pistol. Play fake. Rourke setting up and fires deep. Incomplete. Not on the same page. James Franklin called him early and often after he had let go in Miami. Said this was the place for him. Pass batted down at the line of scrimmage. And here's the punt. It is a bullet. Oh, and great play by Parker Washington, making an over-the-shoulder catch. Well covered though by Ohio. There's a redshirt freshman receiver. And Clifford here throwing after he looked like he was going to run. Out past the 30-yard line and to the 33. Again on the run. Clifford, a strike. This time it's Mitchell Tinsley, his roommate. National High School Player of the Year last year. He's from Shillington, PA. And he gets it here with a huge hold to the second level. First down. Out to the 49-yard line for a gain of 11. Singleton again. This time he's tripped up at the 50. Falls forward for about 3. Clifford out of empty on 2nd and 7. Dumps it off across the middle to Washington for a first down. Turns the corner. Flag is down. Washington finally tracked down inside the 10. Another flag comes soaring in. One at the 23-yard line, one at the 30, and this looks like it's coming back.
Personal foul, offense, illegal blindside block, number 24, 15-yard penalty.
At the 48 of Ohio, leaving the backfield. And Clifford looking that way. Nice catch out in space. He had the touchdown catch last week.
Nice hands there going up and making that grab.
Talked about the rotating of the running backs. Clifford in trouble, does well to get back to the line of scrimmage before he's stuffed. On 2nd and 10, a pitch to Lee. Trying to turn it upfield, and that was good by Kyle Kelly. Clifford with time, everybody seems covered, so he goes underneath and dumped. Clifford will throw. From the pocket, open over the middle is the tight end Tyler Ward.
It's not there. He comes back to the middle, and as soon as his big tight end clears the linebackers, he hits the open target.
Play fake. Clifford in trouble, gets out of there. He's a pretty good athlete. Takes off inside the 5, diving for the pylon, and he's out of bounds. They put the tight end Brenton Strange in the backfield.
Quarterback sneak, 86 going to push him forward.
And there it is. And Clifford appears to be in. Haven't got the signal yet from the officials. And there it is. Touchdown, Penn State. Clifford perfect. 6 of 6. 62 yards. Gabe Wosu, the biggest kicker in the history of kickers. 6'6", 260 pounds. I might be generous. Here's Wilburn on the return for Ohio. And just too much speed for Penn State. Start this drive on the 17. And Bangura, the running back, who had 67 snaps last week. Here comes a flea flicker, and Rourke going downfield, but it's incomplete, trying to hit Tyler Foster. Movement on the left side of Ohio's offensive line as Vanover jumped into the backfield for Penn State.
Full start. Offense. Number 76. 5-yard penalty.
Wide receiver screen to Bostic across the 20, pushed out.
I think the freshman was done wrong.
3rd down and 5, pressure off the edge. Rourke gets it away, and it's close to the line to gain.
Credit to Curtis Rourke, stands strong, locates his target, and a big first down.
Going up tempo here. Rourke on the rollout, looking downfield, and then dumps it off to Bangura out to the 35-yard line. Go out of the pistol here on 2nd down and 3. Bangura hit at the line of scrimmage, and then wow, he gets popped by Abdul Carter. Let's see what Littlebro does here on 3rd down and 2. Penn State bringing a lot of pressure, and Rourke completes it for a first down out to the 41 to Tyler Foster.
You know, he had a third quarter a week ago where he was unconscious and just making good decisions to get the ball out of his hand quickly. That's going to be key today.
Changing things up here, looks like. And they're going to run it. Bangura to the 45-yard line, gets clobbered again, this time by Curtis Jacobs. Play action. Rourke in trouble again and just throws this one away. Rourke and an almost interception at the 40-yard line. Parker Washington is the deep man for the Nittany Lions. It's another line drive. Washington from inside the 10. Chased down at the 16-yard line.
And Sean Clifford takes it, and then a push into the end zone.
Here's Singleton in trouble. Flags are down, and down goes Singleton.
Defense number 32. Face mask.
From the 30-yard line, Singleton with running room. And then he turns on the Jets past the 50-yard line. Stays in bounds. They will not catch him. Singleton all the way for a 70-yard touchdown.
But given his size, that thick lower half, he's so explosive, Dusty.
3rd kickoff already for Penn State. This one in the field of play, but angled beautifully. Wigless, not a lot of room on ESPN.
Like that 4-box look, Dave. Man, that's nice.
2:23 left here in the first. Already 14-0 Penn State. And they're still bringing heat. And the completion out to the 28-yard line to Bostic. Has struggled last year, lost his confidence, got injured in camp, which didn't help. But you're right, they're counting on him big time this year, and he's off to a great start. Got 7 yards on that last play. Some movement again by Ohio, but it might have been because of the contact from P.J. Mustafer, their outstanding defensive tackle.
I think this one's on 97 here. Trying to jump that snap.
Offside. Defense number 97.
2-time captain, brother Sam in the NFL.
That's what happens every time we go into a restaurant with Tom.
Off a pump fake, Rourke hangs in there, completes it to the 40 to Alec Burton, wrapped up there. And it doesn't look like Ohio will snap it here. Or will they? Yep, right at 1 second left, and maybe they shouldn't have. Incomplete pass. It's going to be 4th down when we start the 2nd quarter. Ohio on 4th down and 3, punting it away to Parker Washington. Fielded at the 18. Some running room. Washington finds a seam at the 30. Past the 45 and finally pushed out near midfield.
Needs to really start to figure it out and lead that offense.
Clifford to the air, in trouble, backing up, and that pass incomplete. A little bit short, intended for Trey Wallace. Empty set on 2nd and 10. This time, Wallace on the catch. And a first down to the 40 because of intelligence and leadership. and a guy that can go win you a game if you have to. Here's a deep shot and overthrown. On 2nd and 10. Singleton drilled in the backfield back at the 41-yard line. Key Thompson with the stick.
To get the balance you referenced earlier, Dusty, we got the big explosive run, but it's got to be consistent in the offensive line.
See how they hold up here on 3rd down and long. Good protection. And Clifford into traffic. Juggled and incomplete. Broke it up. Again, Dotton, the intended receiver, downfield. So it's 4th down.
That's a really good break on the football here by Torrey Cox. Undersized defensive back. That ball's up in the air. And a couple of Ohio defenders come in to get that pass breakup. That was so needed for the Bobcats to find a way to create a stop.
And a more on to punt. First punt for Penn State today. Penn State probably just would assume giving more room to the punter.
False start on the kicking team. Multiple players with an abrupt movement, simulating a snap. 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
On the travel roster, so we're going to assume that that's Walton. And what an incredible punt. That thing stuck right about the 1-inch line.
So much promise coming out.
Ohio backed up inside the 1, and the ball's on the ground. It's either a safety or a touchdown. It's recovered by Ohio, by Kakmer, so it's a safety. 2 points for Penn State. Singleton from the 16. Gets close to the 40. Would be surprised if he got booed. Jet sweep. Singleton dragged down at the line of scrimmage.
That's a good tackle on the edge there by Bradley Weaver. Gets Singleton on the edge with a full head of steam. It's a dangerous proposition for a defense, but excellent job getting the talented running back on the ground.
By the way, talking about the NFL, a lot of people are picking Buffalo to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And after watching Thursday, you could understand why. Man, they demolished the defending Super Bowl champion Rams. Josh Allen was outstanding in that game. 2nd and 10 for Clifford. There was no contact, though. He got back onside. That's why they didn't throw the flag there for an offside penalty. Clifford takes off, finds some running room. Got a lot of green in front of him. And scoots out at the 44. Wide receiver screen. And again, Dotton with a couple of catches, 3 targets.
Highly productive, over 1,400 yards, 14 touchdowns at Western Kentucky. Just looks like a pro. Route running, hands, a little bit of everything for this offense.
His uncle was a strength coach at Penn State. That's how they ended up getting him. Here's a sack back near midfield by Watkins, getting to Clifford. Clifford dumps it off across the middle. Wallace inside the 40 and drilled on a play. Solich had to step away from a health issue, but is here today, and he's doing well. 4th down, Penn State going for it. Clifford gets away, and then he gets mauled at the 39-yard line by Jeremiah Burton. And Ohio takes over on downs.
Well, that's outstanding coverage down the field. There's nowhere for Clifford to go with the football. He bought himself some time, waited for something to come available, but just nowhere. And finally, the pursuit from Burton gets home, and they get a big 4th down stop. I mean, everybody just body on a body. Very well done by Spence Nowinski, defensive coordinator of Ohio's defense.
Now see if Ohio can do something with this now. First down at their 37. And Nolan McCormick got tackled, but the quarterback did a great job with the fake.
How much time changes. See his kids all grown up, and now he's got his own program. It's year one, season 2 for him. Remember, Frank Solich stepped away right before the start of last season. He was kind of thrust into that position. They were close last year on a lot of games. A 3-9 record, not indicative of kind of how close they were. And they think this year they got a real chance to compete in the MAC.
Rourke's pass off the mark. Looked like Walton could have had it, but got turned around by Jalen Reed.
What, are you trying to start a fight here amongst Van Halen fans? Come on.
There are a couple of us, David Lee Roth guys, and called it Van Hagar. I don't know. Had issue with that. Here's a long throw on 3rd down and 2. Interesting 3rd and 2, but it must mean they're going for it on 4th and 2. I don't know if our younger listeners are going to be on Google right now checking out what exactly we're talking about.
Big 4th down right here for the Bobcats.
A must convert, you would think. And the throw over the head of the intended target, Miles Cross, incomplete. So 3rd down and 2 and 4th and 2, and they take shots essentially downfield, and they turn it over on downs.
Football in 60 is presented by Rocket Mortgage. For the playbook on home loans, Rocket can.
Just a great venue, great fan base.
Incredible.
They run it to Katron Allen, and the true freshman is out to midfield, running over defenders, including Kai Caesar, who's 300 pounds.
Did you say K-Train Allen? Because he looked like a freight train there, bowling over Alvin Floyd at the end of that run. Good physical run, running through arm tackles and lowering the shoulder to finish it off.
Allen played at the IMG Academy for Pepper Johnson, the head coach there, and here he goes again. In trouble and sacked. Clifford hanging on to it too long a couple times. John Gregory on the takedown. Screen pass. And a ton of running room for Allen inside the 40. And he gets the 1st down on 2nd and 21.
But it does not happen often. But I think these backs now start to understand that there are no more bell cows. There's going to be enough balls to carry around.
Save your body. Play action. Clifford on the half roll, and beautiful throw. Quarterback draw. Well read.
Devin Ford in the game. He's the pass-catching running back for Penn State.
You see him leaving the backfield. They throw it to him here out in space at the 15, inside the 10, and dives out of bounds around the 8-yard line. Clifford to the air, waiting. Moving left and throws it away. 25-yard field goal try for Pinniger.
Out there before the game. That's a big dude.
He's bigger than you. You played nose tackle in the NFL. This is a kicker that's bigger than you. Touchback. It'll come out to the 25. Play action instead. Rourke setting up, and Wiggless on the catch. The Ohio State transfer, 1st down to the 40-yard line. Oh, Wiggless was wide open, put up 41 in that game. Scoreless so far here. Out of the backfield, Bangura, nice open field tackle.
Jaquan Brisker was kind of his mentor now, one of the best safeties in all of college football. Awesome stuff.
How do you make 3rd team All-Big Ten when you lead the country in interceptions? How about this little hook and lateral? Bangura is to about the 41-yard line. That was Wiggless on the catch and the pitch. Rourke. Open receiver caught inside the 30-yard line by Jacoby Jones. He won't go down. They finally blow it dead at the 29. Seen receivers run free a lot on this possession. Bangura finds a running lane and a stiff arm. Dragged down. Bangura 93 rushing yards in 4 games last year. Took the red shirt. Had more than that last week. Had 114 yards on the ground last week. And another trick play. It's going to be a throwback to the quarterback. Rourke is open inside the 10, and Rourke dragged down at the 1-yard line. Jacoby Jones with the pass, but obviously they feel if we have any chance, we got to pull out all the stops, try to get some points. Bangura bounces off of a tackler and is into the end zone for the touchdown. That was a great run by C.A. Bangura to get Ohio on the board.
Man, outstanding individual effort by C.A. Bangura. As you see, Mulba comes through, comes clean, and an outstanding spin move right at the point of attack makes the initial defender miss. My apologies, that was Van Den who had the penetration. And a huge touchdown here for the Bobcats.
True freshman Nathaniel Vakos on for the point after, and it's 19-7.
My comments, okay.
I'm speaking for Coach Albin. He would never quote a David Lee Roth Van Halen song. Here's Singleton. First down at the 22 for Penn State. Nittany Lions have 2 timeouts to work with. Minute 29 on the clock. Clifford, big hit on Parker Washington. Torrey Cox is listed at 5'9", 196. He looks, when we were on the field, more like 5'6", 5'7", but it's a big hit. And there's an injured Penn State player, and it is Washington who caught that pass.
Love that. No pedigree in Athens, Ohio, blue-collar defense.
Clifford from the pocket steps up, delivers it at the last second, and completes it to Lambert Smith. Gets a first down up past the 40-yard line. Great play by Clifford that time. Keep the play alive.
We're making something out of nothing. Again, good coverage down the field. He climbs the pocket, and as he's falling, he locates Lambert Smith.
Plenty of time for Penn State here. Ford out of the backfield, tripped up. So second down and 3. Ford still in the game. At running back next to Clifford. Clifford hits Lambert Smith, makes the defender miss, has a first down to the 41. Clock will stop to reset the chains with 46 seconds left, 10-yard pickup.
Tell you what, if Keandre Lambert Smith can have the focus and catch the ball consistently, that's your third option. His quickness and speed, elusiveness, it's impressive.
Again, Clifford with time to throw. Everybody covered for now. Clifford steps up and then throws it out of bounds with 33 seconds remaining. 6th play of the drive for Penn State. Clifford with the football, and Lambert Smith could not, or check that, Wallace could not come up with the pass that was thrown a little wide. Sometimes you wonder, though, when you see that, is that on the receiver or on the quarterback?
A little bit wide, misfiring on that pass.
So 3rd and 10, they go empty. You saw Kevon Lee's now at the top of your screen. Clifford over the middle and stabbed by Washington. First down and more. Inside the 20, inside the 10. Washington is in for the touchdown. What a great catch and run for 6. Looks like this will be reviewed to see if he stepped out of bounds.
The ruling on the field of a touchdown is under further review.
Take a look at his feet right on the sidelines. I mean, it was close. He was tight-roping it.
After further review, the runner stepped out of bounds at the 7-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Still 2 timeouts for the Nittany Lions. Over the middle, and it's caught for a touchdown. Boy, somehow he threaded that through 2 Ohio defenders right into the arms of his roommate. And so it's a big score for Penn State after Ohio got a little momentum, and it's 26-7 Nittany Lions.
Most people would say Ohio State, right? But the Ducks.
Yeah, the Ducks got him.
They were quacking last year.
Wigless taken down at the 21-yard line with 11 seconds left. Ohio takes a knee, and that's the end of the first half.
Here for this Penn State program.
Vandenberg kicking off, and this will be a touchback and come out to the 25. Run play on first down. Singleton gets outside, and Singleton, there he goes again, and a 70-yard run in the first half. Finally, Singleton now at a $129 on the day, and only a handful of carries.
Tight ends of Penn State, both in the run and the pass game.
Pump fake. Clifford looking, airing it out. and it's knocked away incomplete. Trying to punctuate that great run by Singleton with a touchdown. Clifford has time, dumps it off, but over the head of Singleton. Hugging the right upright and no good on its 25 after a missed field goal by Penn State. Rourke to the air, taking a shot downfield, underthrown and nearly intercepted. Another pass play on second down. Rourke in trouble, but he does have some running room. First down, heading for the sideline and steps out. 14 carries and a rushing touchdown last week. Here comes a blitz. Rourke gets hit, and the pass was off the mark because of.
I'm with you there. I'd like to see him try to establish Bangura.
Rourke keeps it here in trouble, taken down for a loss.
Press coverage here at the line of scrimmage on 3rd and long.
Pressure off the edge, wide receiver screen. Brown is all over it. Walton taken down. Bangura did not touch it at all on that drive. Penn State got close to blocking it. There was a little contact with the punter, but no flag. The kick sails out of bounds. Sean Clifford had cramps. We don't know if this is just to get Aller on the field or if Clifford is shaken up. But Aller hands it off on first down. No running room. Keaton Allen is flattened. We were on the field watching it before the game.
Man.
And he can chuck it. Here's a screen to the tight end, Brenton Strange. Has a first down past the 40. COVID did set us back. We lost some depth and also just his coaching style, being relational with players. He said until the Michigan game, which was very late in the season, he didn't see anybody in person as Katron Allen gets the first down.
Drew Aller, and the fact that really, you know, Sean Clifford didn't have much of a backup last year. These are great, vital reps here for the young freshman early in the season.
Aller, with pressure in his face, delivers a strike.
Personal foul, roughing the passer with targeting. Number 38, defense, 15-yard penalty, added to the end of the run, automatic first down.
That was the call on the field. Play action, Aller setting up, throws a deep ball. We talked about it being effortless. Boy, oh boy, was that a beauty to Omari Evans, the true freshman speedster for a touchdown.
Getting a glimpse of what the future is going to look like for this offense. They got some weapons.
So Philip Cole is deep, along with Wilbur. And then the big guy again, Wosu, on the kickoff. Another touchback. Oh my. McCormick eaten alive. Chop Robinson.
It's just a plan of, hey, let's meet in the backfield and have a running back sandwich. Well done off the edge.
Have chops. Incompletion as you had Isaac in the backfield there forcing.
Does the line change with the pork of the lamb?
It does. You know, you got to consider what you're. That's what I said. 3rd down and 13. Rourke hit again. Long throw is on target and short of the line to gain. Wigless on the catch. You would imagine Ohio will go for it on 4th down and 2. Nothing to lose at this point. Why wouldn't you go for it though? I mean, at this point you're down 33-7. You got to score. I mean, so what if you don't get it? Penn State's probably going to score anyway. And the fair catch, especially if you're going to punt it like that. Anything worse than that?
I think everyone's picking up what you're putting down there. Wasn't as messy a situation as some thought.
Correct. Singleton wrapped up in the backfield by Rodney Matthews for a tackle for a loss.
Rodney Matthews, a guy to keep an eye on the back this year. Their best defensive lineman on the interior, plays on the other side of the football. It's got some twitch to him, strong at the point. Nice play on the other side of the football there to create the negative play. You know, look, I'm not you, Phil, Tom, but this is an Ohio team that I think is going to have a real chance to make some noise in the MAC this year. They got a lot of nice pieces.
I agree, and they're an old team. They got a lot of experience. The quarterback's going to be a really good player. He's continuing to improve. They're going to be just fine.
Aller,
Nice wrap.
taken down at the 19-yard line for a sack by Bryce Houston. And when you get a hold of Drew Aller, you better make sure you stay with him until you get him to the ground at 6'6", 250.
This is an excellent job by Bryce Houston. Typically that second level backer, he's going to come up. He's going to loop all the way inside, and it comes clean. He never quits on the play. Excellent effort to the quarterback to complete the sack.
3rd and 20. Aller overthrown.
So they're going to be just fine.
What Coach Albin talked to us about, finishing games, right? Had a lead in a lot of those games, Tom.
Right.
As you guys were talking about, that means being in contention for a MAC title. From the Bobcat 30, Bangura stood up.
They're on 11 here the rest of the second half.
Got him. You got denied Dennis Sutton, Zane Durant, 2 other true freshmen on this Penn State defense. Going to be great players. Rourke, pressure in his face, and the pass incomplete.
Because you got to go further downfield with the ball.
Rourke on 3rd down. That pass tipped when James Franklin called and then kept pursuing. He just felt that this was too good of an opportunity to pass up, as that punt goes off the side of the foot.
Potentially.
Dusty and I want it. We love it.
Into chaos, Tom.
Absolutely.
But they fell apart. Again, it's Singleton, and he's to the 43, working with multiple quarterbacks as they fake. And around the edge, Singleton, another house call. Touchdown, Penn State.
Singleton's also a kick returner, just like Barkley.
Yep.
40 points for Penn State.
Football in 60 is presented by Rocket Mortgage. For the playbook on home loans, Rocket can.
Coordinators ahead. He was a coordinator, Phillip Rivers, in San Diego / LA for a little bit. 2 stints there as the coordinator. And so Curtis Rourke is done for the day. They probably just want to save him for what they would probably deem more important games, meaning MAC games. They run the ball here out to the 27-yard line. Nolan McCormick. Navarro from Tempe, Arizona, went to UCF, transferred to Ohio, broke his collarbone in the spring. And this is his 3rd offense in 3 years, so he's a little bit behind. One of the reasons they want to get him on the field. Redshirt freshman.
Coach Isfording said he can really throw it. A lot of talent. See if he's able to put together some positive drives here in this second half.
Knocked down by Joey Porter. That's Wilson, sorry, Marquise Wilson. Wilson is the backup to Porter.
Showing pressure right here.
On 3rd down and 7. Here they come. Navarro, no shot. Ball came out.
Could be a casino call because they're bringing the house. Manny Diaz dials it up. Several Nittany Lion defenders get home. Ultimately, Johnny Dixon, I think, the one that's going to get credited with that sack.
Manny Diaz putting a lot on tape, Dusty.
Man, even offensive coordinators in the Big Ten, and I mean, don't jump to the Big Ten. They got to go to Auburn next week.
Yeah.
Ryan Harsh and his staff have a lot to work through this upcoming week in preparation.
Parker Washington is deep. He's got it on his 37. He didn't, since that MVP first half of 2020, struggled a little bit after that. And then he got hurt last year. Aller taking off, dragging guys with him.
Fortunately, we can look back at this.
Aller wanting to go deep. Everybody covered. Oh, he actually had two guys open there, and he decided to tuck it and run. And he got about a yard. Kyle Kelly, Cannon Blauser on the takedown.
Opted not to try to throw.
At least he hasn't been sloppy with the football, though. He's made smart decisions. As a young player, you love to see that.
He was close to the line, so perhaps that was it. Though for it to be a foul, your whole body has to be over the line when you throw it. That one's on target for a first down to Caden Saunders, another true freshman. He's from Columbus, Ohio. It's a first down to the 41.
Nice adjustment there by Saunders. That pass actually thrown inside. Easily adjusts and enough to move the chains.
Last week, Aller was 2 of 4, 26 yards. Today, 4 of 5, 59 yards and a touchdown. And he's going to run here inside the 35-yard line. Final minute of the third quarter. Out in space to Wallace, grounded. Has not looked back. Impressive third quarter for the Nittany Lions. Heading into a showdown with Auburn next week on the road. Aller throws, and it's high. And boy, that probably was a touchdown because Wallace got behind the defense.
A little hot there and high to his intended target on the slant. You're right. He was open with a lot of grass out in front.
Oh, he's gone.
Put that ball
Foot in front of the numbers on the slant route. That's where that ball needs to be.
Put that ball out in front of him, right on his chest, and he's running.
Penn State going for it on fourth down. Aller just too powerful. Gets the first down. He still has that dream of playing in the NFL. Even though, again, he's got his own business. He runs an NIL agency. Said he's helping out not only teammates but other students on campus and some students on other campuses.
Young entrepreneur. A lot on his plate, but I think what's most important, and needs to be most important, is playing the best football he can, leading his football team.
And he said, look, I got a lot going on, but he said, I'm football. I love football. That's my first passion right now. The other thing, too, is Aller steps up here and throws deep, and it's a touchdown wide open for 6 points. Dinkins. 6 completions, 2 of them for touchdowns for Aller. Henniger misses the extra point. They also have games on the road at Michigan. And Ohio State, Michigan State will be here in Happy Valley. Kickoff taken from the 3 by Cole. He gets tattooed at the 20-yard line.
Stanford, that was the last game of the Clay Helton era a season ago. Beat up on USC.
Navarro wrapped up at the 21.
Well, he's got some weapons, doesn't he?
What's so interesting about that, and we had Oklahoma early in the year, is if Spencer Rattler plays well. Remember, Rattler was considered a Heisman Trophy candidate. Some had him as a favorite. Good run here out to the 35. But if he plays well, we maybe don't see Caleb Williams at all. And then you have to wonder, does he stay? Does he go somewhere else? Does he end up at USC because of Lincoln Riley still?
But it didn't happen that way. Spencer Rattler didn't play well, and in the Texas game when Caleb Williams was given an opportunity, boy, did he make the most of it and never relinquished the position for the rest of the season. That was a nice run there off the left side for Ohio.
That was Nolan McCormick. Here, Navarro keeps it, and he makes a nice move, and then he's tracked down by Abdul Carter. All right, Kevin, looking forward to that. Navarro into Penn State territory. He gets leveled. Kevin Winston Jr. and Cam Miller, a pair of true freshmen there for the Nittany Lions. But Navarro able to move the chains.
Good read there by Navarro. Right there on that zone read at the mesh point. Makes the proper read, gets to the perimeter, moves the sticks. Get another one of these true freshmen. We said that a lot today, haven't we?
No kidding. And they're all good players, Dusty.
No,
really good.
Here's McCormick straight ahead.
When McCarthy came in, he'll actually start here today in week number 2. I think after that, I mean, Penn State got to be that next team in the conversation with Michigan State.
Navarro continues to get hit hard. Go ahead, Luke.
Sorry, I was going to say, I think the one thing coming into this game with Penn State and now leaving this game is there's still some questions in their offensive line a little bit. That area has got to improve from a consistency standpoint.
Especially with the front that Ohio State has, with the front that Michigan has been able to replenish, at least it seems like, had 7 sacks a week ago. I'm completely with you. I really like what Manny Diaz is starting to figure out defensively. You know, the end of that Purdue game, into this game, that secondary is absolutely stout. I think it's a front 7 that will continue to get better, but offensive line perspective, again, we've talked about it from the onset. We've had some big splash plays from Singleton, but can they move people? Can they consistently run the football? That's going to be the difference if Penn State is in the mix to really compete in this Big Ten East, which is an absolute bear of a division.
Michigan State got off to a great start last year. Still had a really good year. Mel Tucker got the huge contract extension. Navarro in trouble. Throws it away. Here to get outside the tackle box.
I'm fascinated to see how this team shows up. Already shown they can win on the road in Purdue.
Pass is tipped, and it's intercepted. And now incomplete. Ball did hit the ground. Looked like they say incomplete, so no interception. Vanover got his hand on it. So it'll be 4th down.
And it's Jamari Button who tries to get the full extension and corral that ball. As he comes to the ground, ball pops out, unable to secure it.
This is going to be a really stacked roster in the next couple of years.
Navarro has a completion inside the 10 to Bostic. The only thing there, I'm not disagreeing with you guys, but look, they're playing a team that went 3-9 last year. I mean, they're going to play Auburn next week, which didn't have a great year, but it's an SEC team. And then you have all those great teams in your division of the Big Ten.
That's right. That's why I think next week's going to be so interesting.
Yeah.
And hey, now, I mean, Purdue is a 9-win team.
Sure.
And a lot of people had them potentially winning the West. So, I mean, let's not just throw shade at that win that they were able to get in week number 1.
No, but the defense, in terms of the points allowed, different story than
one of those
today.
was a pick 6.
Yeah. Yep.
The environment at Auburn is going to be a real telltale sign. How they handle the environment.
I'm with you. It's intriguing.
1st and goal. Navarro takes off inside the 5. Oh, gets crunched at the 4-yard line. The heat-seeking missile, Kevin Winston. 2nd and goal. Navarro to throw. Fluttered. Like it got tipped. Incomplete. It's trying to be nice and just say it got tipped, so you know, we're going to replay it. So they can have a laugh when they go look it back in the film room, but maybe not on national television. Trying to help the young man. 3rd and goal. Better throw. Incomplete though. Going for Bostic and Wilson in coverage for Penn State. 4th down.
Bostic trying to use that big body to get inside on the slants. A nice job.
At that point, does it matter if you're a coach? Like, what are you looking for at that point? Do you just take points so it doesn't look as bad on the scoreboard? Or do you try to go for it on 4th down? 20-yard field goal is good.
Meaningful snaps and reps here for a lot of guys that if this team's going to make a real push, we talk about that depth, it's going to come into play throughout the course of this season.
A little hesitant there, Evans, but eventually takes it out, tackled shy of the 20. To have over 100 rushing yards, a span of 17 consecutive games without a 100-yard rusher for Penn State, and he almost had 200. Saunders on the catch and 1st down. We have a new quarterback in Christian Bayer, a redshirt freshman from Canada who played some last year against Rutgers. He was essentially the backup to Sean Clifford in 2021. Getting Bear some work here, throwing the ball, and it's a first down catch.
That's definitely possible. I mean, we've seen it many a times from him. Saw it last year in the Iron Bowl.
Bear throws underneath.
And again, I don't have a rooting interest one way or the other. You think my Oklahoma background would tell me I'd like to see Texas lose. I think it'd be fascinating to see Texas find a way to get a stop and get the win.
Wide receiver screen that is blown up that time by McCrory.
A little intrigue.
So third down and 10. Bears pass incomplete. I wonder if the receiver there, Dinkins, got distracted because it was close to being tipped. There were a couple of Ohio defenders underneath.
Ball hit him in the hands, though. You'd like to see him complete that catch. Move the chains. Route pushed it up past the sticks and just unable to haul in that pass.
I think you saw 33 Blauser, excuse me, kind of get right in front of his line of sight with his hands. He might have come close to picking it off.
A fourth down and 10. Penn State will punt it away. They wanted to get Veyer some work, and they did just that. Another great punt by Moore.
Wow.
Checks up.
Man, did he put together a spectacular season. I like Tennessee in that ball game here later this afternoon.
C.J. Harris in the game at quarterback. He keeps it. Brought down after a gain of 1 by Vanover. Finally feels like there is some stability with the Tennessee program. Big hit on the quarterback, C.J. Harris, by Dennis Sutton. Utah.
BYU Baylor is going to be a fun game to watch this evening as well.
Harris pass incomplete, fourth down.
A nice little menu for the rest of the day on the family of networks. Quality games each of the time slots the rest of the day. So awesome day to sit on your couch and take in some great college football.
Is Alabama still number 1 though? Yeah, they're going to win the game, but are they still number 1? They're still the best team in college football? You said something during the break. Why don't you say it on the air? Because you said it during the break. This game is similar to a game Alabama played early last year.
Florida, week 2, where they barely won. They had to get a 2-point conversion stop. Everybody started questioning, you know, how good is this team? And clearly they were still pretty good enough to win the SEC and have a lead in the fourth quarter of the national championship game.
Bryce Young, the play where he should have been sacked. He gets out of there and runs for about 20 yards and gets him into field goal range for the go-ahead field goal.
They're not all going to be easy.
That's right.
Was a penalty on the
During
play.
the kick, holding, receiving team number 28. 10-yard penalty from the end of the kick. 1st and 10, Penn State.
I think about Ohio here too. You know, playing this game, they had to go to Ames next week, and they catch Fordham before they get into action, starting out at Kent State. But it's a team I really believe you keep your eye on. Had a chance to have some real success this season inside of MAC play.
Another pass play.
One of 2 Canadian quarterbacks in the game today, Dave.
2nd and 10. Bear hit and sacked back at the 47. We give it to Tank. That'll take us down to about 30 seconds or so, 20 seconds before the 4th down play. And they just run it with Tank.
B here this season.
So that should do it. Ohio drops to 1-1. Penn State goes to 2-0. Impressive showing by the Nittany Lions, really in every phase. And they win it 46-10.